So, how many of you are business majors? Accounting, finance, hospitality? Okay, majority. All right, so, and how many of you plan on working here in the United States? Okay, well hopefully I can open your mind up to some new ideas and a new location. Today I'm going to focus on Macau's casino industry. It's not formulated only for hospitality majors or casino people. It's for anybody because there is finance, accounting, marketing, and all of these in Macau. So first, I'm gonna, Okay, so I'm gonna give you some basic information of Macau, and then I'm gonna compare it to Las Vegas and how Las Vegas is one of the main competitors for Macau, and some of the opportunities that we all have working in Macau. So first, where is Macau? Macau is it's right at the bottom of China. It's made up of Macau City, Taipa, and Koloing right here. So it's about 40 kilometers from Hong Kong. It is on the Macau Peninsula, and it is really small. It's 21 square kilometers, and it was a former Portuguese colony, and now it's made up of Chinese and Macanese people. Macanese people are Portuguese and Asian people, which make up 95% of the population there. The other 5% are European. So some of the basic information about Macau is that it is a SAR of Southeastern China because it did gain it from Portuguese back in 1987. And the land area is less than the size of Manhattan. I think the exact land mass of it was like 4 times less than Manhattan in New York. Gambling was legalized in 1847, and with that, in 2012, it gained $38 billion in profit, and it is at a growth rate of 19.6%. And some of the basic things that attract people to Macau are the horse racing, the greyhound racing, and the casinos in Macau. So Macau versus Las Vegas. So Macau has the Cotai Strip, which is compared to the Las Vegas Strip. It is consisted of a bunch of different casinos, just like you would see in Las Vegas. And the difference is that it is 5 times larger than Las Vegas in gross profit and revenues. U.S. casinos are actually expanding in Macau. They are like the Las Vegas Sands is one of the biggest, has the largest casinos in Macau because they see the potential growth in Macau. Because Macau is actually one of the countries that is legal to gamble, because China, you can't gamble in mainland China, so that's why it generates so much profit. The $38 billion represents what Macau has done alone in the past year, which is bigger than all of the gaming done in the United States combined, not only Las Vegas, but every other casino in the United States. The other difference between Macau and Las Vegas is that Macau has beaches, colonial architecture, and it has narrow streets, which make you feel that you're in Europe. And it also brings in over 1 billion people a year. So I have a quote here from Forbes, and it says, "It makes sense for Las Vegas Sands and others to aggressively invest in this market to build a solid foundation for future growth." Like I said, Las Vegas Sands has seen the potential growth in Macau and sees that that it is a great place to start and create more profits for the future. And then now I'm going to show you a graph that shows the win in Las Vegas and the win in Macau. Like right here, we can see that they both started pretty low. Macau was at around $500 million, and Las Vegas was at $300 million. And then we see a smaller gap here in the second quarter of 2009, where Macau was at $400 million, and Las Vegas was at $300 million. But then as we go farther into the years, we see the growth, and we see where Las Vegas Wynn resorts have stayed and where they have gone in Macau. I think this just shows a more graphic explanation of how big Macau is becoming and how the potential growth there is growing. So the opportunities. There are tens of thousands of well-paying jobs in Macau that the unemployment rate was at 3%, but it lowered down to 2%. And as we all know, here in the United States, we were at, I think in 2009, we were at like 9%, which is really low compared to that. And we can also look at that and see that, you know, there are jobs out there. You know, if we can think outside of the box, we can go to Macau or go to these other developing countries that have boosted economy, that grow and have so much potential. The opportunities, there's also raised living standards in Macau. The cost of living is really low in Macau. Food, transportation, housing, everything is a fraction of the cost that you would have here, but it's you would make more money over there, so it'd be better to go over there. And then now there's also a Macau Polytechnic Institute, which is a gaming and teaching and research center, where there are thousands of students that go to these schools because they see the potential growth in Macau, and they see that most of the jobs are going to be in the gaming industry, in casinos, so they're going to these schools specialized in learning how to do the blackjack tables, the craps tables, or anything like that. So they're even starting to get the hang of, this is what Macau is doing, and we should grasp it. But what I'm going to show you now are some of the casinos. So this is the Sands in Macau. It is 229,000 square feet. It has a theater, a restaurant, and it generated $2.2 billion last year. This is a triplex of the Sheraton Conrad and the Holiday Inn hotels. It has over 6,000 rooms combined. It is the Sheraton is a 5-star hotel, the Holiday Inn is a 4-star hotel, and the Conrad is a 5-star hotel. And then this is the Venetian in Las Vegas. I mean, in there, but it's called the Venetian Las Vegas Sands. This is the largest casino in the world. It is the 6th largest building in the world in feet space, and it even has a canal. It has 3 canals, and it is 10.5 million square feet. So you can see that it has a shopping area. They even painted the ceilings to look like you're outside, and it's just really incredible. I think it's something we should all go see. So I know that, you know, we're all looking for jobs, but you may want to consider Macau because they're obviously looking for people. Yes.
Kind of like how much do they rely on the casinos?
They rely a lot on the casinos.
So like, let's say, you know, you have another 2008 and everyone's kind of losing money. Wouldn't that kind of have a big effect on them, as people probably wouldn't go gambling as much as people would?
The thing with there is that it's a lot of Chinese people. Chinese go there and they spend billions of dollars, and they're all high rollers. 75% of the money that these casinos make are on the high rollers, the super rich. So it'd be kind of hard for it to completely fall down because it's like millionaires that are actually doing it. It's people that don't worry about money, regardless of the economy. Yes.
Are there any dangers being there as a foreigner? Sort of like, because I know like Taiwan,
Yeah.
there's problems with the Chinese government, you know,
Yeah.
every now and then coming in there and getting a little behind.
Actually, I was reading an article and it said it's actually safer than the United States. It's safer in Macau to go walking on the streets. The crime rate is much less than it is here, so it's not that dangerous. You're obviously gonna get your faces, but yeah, it's not as